Hello and welcome back to another brand new Bosko's Toy Box, where I'm back with more toy collectibles. And this time I went to a one of the great flea markets here in Las Vegas, Broadacres. And I went on a Saturday morning with my usual flea market friend Mike, and we got some really awesome toys. And I will show you. Probably spent about $100, and I would say maybe about I think it was about $35 of it I spent on Conan the Barbarian comics for myself and for Dr. Twisted. So the rest were on toys. So I'm going to show you what I picked up. First of all, I'm going to show you what I picked up for everybody. So these are not up for trade. These are toys that I specifically got for people in the collector's talk. Okay. This first one probably won't fit in frame, but it's just going to give you an idea. Let's see how far I can back this out. Probably not that far. And of course, this is for Carlos. This is brand new in the package. And this is the wrestler that I don't think he has. He already knows he's getting this, so that's going in your trade box, Carlos. And since I'm talking about Carlos, he does get one more figure that I found at the flea market. And this is a vintage from the 80s. Or is it 91? Excuse me there. So 91. So that is very cool. And let's see if I can just move this up just a tiny bit. There we go. So Carlos, that is going in your trade box. So that is very cool. And you already know that you were getting this because I told you. Okay, now next up for Count Stankus. For $1, I got this just because I thought you'd get a kick out of it. This is a Planet of the Apes, and I will show you. There you go. This is from 20th Century Fox. 1999. So this is the Tim Burton Planet of the Apes. So I just thought you'd like that, and of course for $1, like, why not? I'll just get it. So that is going in your trade box, which is filling up quite nicely. I have one other thing for you, Count, and that is actually going to be in a Hot Wheels video. So that's for a later time. Okay, next up for bizz, I got you, let's see, as far as I know, two different things. I may come across something else. The first thing for $1, this is a Loot Crate exclusive, which I already have this. I already have this. The Doctor Who one was, I think, a rare one to get. They had, when I was subscribed to Loot Crate, they had 3 or 4 different versions of these Tendo's action figures, and I'll just open it up really quick just to show you. It's supposed to be like the Nintendo cartridge, and it was supposed to be different little spoofs of games and whatnot. And this is the Doctor Who version. He comes with arms and legs, and he does come with a Nintendo Zapper, which I will show you there. Okay. So that goes to you, bizz, because I figured you would like that. Find it, you know, something that would be a little unusual. Actually, let me put it back right. Okay, so bizz, that goes to you. And then the other thing I got for you, which I already have, and I just picked it up, and which it really needs to be cleaned up, which I will be cleaning all these toys up that need to be cleaned up. But this is a Porky's Ghost Catchers Premium, and the ghost does, he's supposed to, there we go. Oh, maybe the little spring is broke. But he will be cleaned up for you because he is quite dirty. There we go. But he does roll really nice, and it's a very cool premium. So I figured that you'd like that. So bizz goes to you. Okay, next up for Sean Henry, flea market wise, because I did get you like a packaged Hot Wheel or two, I think. But for the loose Hot Wheels wise, actually Matchbox, I got you from 1977. I got you a Matchbox Superfast Jeep in excellent condition. And I'll just show you, just to show you how good of a condition this is in. And it does roll. Very nice. There we go. Okay. So I just figured that you would love to have that. So Sean Henry in your trade box. That is, oh, I'm sorry, Dismania. I got you another one of these Disney Pixar cars, and the heavy metal ones. You know, this has weight to it. And it does, I'm not sure if this is gonna, let's see, there you go. It has moving eyes on the windshield. And it's in really nice condition. I might just clean this up just a tad bit. It's not as bad as a couple of these toys are, but Dismania, that's going to go in your already full trade box. Okay, now next up, everything else is not up for trade. Everything is for me. I bought it for myself. So, oh, one other thing actually, which it will probably end up being for me, but Brian Starner, I know, I think you're the one that mentioned that you collect Dick Tracy figures. I got this for $1. I think his name is Ratface. Do you need him, Brian? Let me know in the comments if you need him and he is yours. If not, he is mine because I don't have any Dick Tracy figures and I would like to start collecting. So for $1, that's, as you can see, $1 there. So that's not too bad. So let me know, Brian. Okay, I will start off with this Doctor Who vinyl figure that I'm pretty sure I don't have. I know I have an Eccleston, but I'm not sure if I have this version or not. So I'm going to have to check. But for $1, and he does come with his sonic screwdriver. So that was very cool. So I couldn't pass that, especially for vinyl figures, I couldn't pass it up for $1. Okay. Put it back in the box. And it came with a box too, which was actually really cool. Okay, so now I'm going to start showing you stuff that I got at the flea market. All the toys. Brand new Playmobil City Life band member. So that was very cool. And it says $5. I think I got it for $4, I think. So very cool. Okay, and he was actually a little package deal with Carlos's wrestler. It's a guy that is always there. He always has awesome random stuff. I've bought from the guy before, and he always has just brand new stuff all the time when you go out there. Okay, so I'm just going to start showing you random figures here. Let me start showing you by the Imagine-X that I picked up. 4 different Imagine-X for 25 cents. I got another one of these guys from Monsters Incorporated, Monsters Incorporated. I already have one of this guy, but I wanted 2 of them so I can have like an army of them. And for 25 cents, I could not pass that up. That was like too good of a deal there, just to let him not be taken. I got another firefighter, which is cool. So I like to have a couple of the firefighters. And I got another caveman, which I always love these caveman. And for 50 cents each, I'm like, yeah, they're coming home. And then I think this is Imagine-X, because you can tell by the crouch pivot, whatever you want to call that. So I'm pretty sure this is Imagine-X. I haven't looked him up yet, but that is very cool. I just love the look of this guy, and he's going to be used for this little toy photo I'm going to do. So, very cool. Goes to my collection. Next up, this is, I don't have any of these, and I've been looking for them. This is the McDonald's mascot from the 90s, Mac Tonight, and he's on a little moped scooter, and he is actually going to go to San Francisco with me because I have to different kind of photo ideas for all these characters on like cars, mopeds, bikes, and tricycles and whatnot. So, and he is very cool. So he's going to go in my collection and to San Fran with me. Next up, I will show you my Playmobil people that I got. And I think I got these for about $1 each. So people know that they have these Playmobiles and that, you know, they'll charge $1 or $2, but I liked them. So for $1 or $2, I know that might be a little much, but I just kind of like the look of the guy, so I was like, oh, why not, you know? So I like this guy with the mustache. It's just very funny. And then I got another little knight guy. And then I've got a kind of a biblical guy with a lantern, which I'm going to put you right there. And actually, let's just bring the camera a little bit closer. Just a tiny bit. Okay, and then I got I know he looks like a spaceman, but I actually was looking at Playmobil people a couple weeks ago, and I actually think this is an agent, like a spy agent, if I'm not mistaken, because he comes I've seen him come in a place in like one of the blue box play sets, like this, that is a he like climbing on the side of a building or something. So, but I just thought he looked really cool, and he's gonna go right there. Okay, next up, I got a gummy bear, PVC, and he's going in my collection because I like little PVC figures. Unless Dismania, unless you really, really wanted this, let me know, Diz, because you had such an awesome trade box for me. I'll be willing to part with this just because you had an awesome trade box. I don't need it that bad to keep in my collection. So Diz, if you need this to round out your little Disney collection, let me know. Okay? So actually, he's going to be, I'm going to keep him off to the side. Next, to actually add to my Maisto X-Men cars. This was 25 cents. This is a Wolverine cart, and I have Storm already, so this is going to be a nice little addition. And again, 25 cents. That's not too bad. Okay. Next up, I've got another premium. I think it's a premium. Usually, maybe in the 90s, they don't really market it as McDonald's or whatever, but this is a Daffy Duck car. And his little gimmick is he's riding on the motor, and the car pops open. So that's very cool. That's gonna go in my collection because I like the cartoon characters on vehicles for some reason. I just think they look cool. The only thing is, it doesn't like stay open, so I don't know. Even sitting down, it doesn't. It pops open, so I don't know. Whatever's up with that, that's fine. Oh, and now I actually forgot to show the other Playmobil horse I got. This I got for like 25 cents, I think. It's crazy. Like, you know, if you've never been to a flea market before, some people will do the research, and like I came across this one lady, and I'll show you when I get to the little action figures, where she was charging eBay prices, but I had to buy them because you don't come across them all the time. Not this, but something else. But some people know what they have, and some people don't know what they have. Or when some people have a large collection of something, it's like they only know of half of what they have. And the perfect example is, like, they'll be charging like $1 or $2 for the Playmobil people, and they'll have like the very old Matchbox 1970s super fast Lesney cars, and they'll charge like 50 cents for them. It's just crazy. So it's just, you know, you can get really lucky at flea markets if some people just don't do their homework. about what they have or not. So speaking of which I'll get to right away here, since I'm talking about it. There's this one lady who she knew exactly what she had. Everything she knew what she had, from Imaginext to the 80s toys to whatever. And so, and I'm going to stress this with these three figures here. This is not up for trade, because you don't come across these very often. And I just thought these were, I know what they were, because they're Dino Riders. And she was charging $5 each for these. Now, they are eBay prices, because I've already looked this up. Actually, some people are charging $10 or $11 each for these. And these were in no paint wear. These were in really good condition. And I caved. I'm sorry. $5 each. I know that's probably a lot for something like this and small, but they are just too freaking cool. And then two different versions of this guy, one in a red and one in kind of like a violet purple jumpsuit outfit. $5 each, I know, but you don't. I don't see these hardly at all anywhere, at like a flea market, at like Savers, at Goodwill. So I was happy to spend that. You know, I had extra cash, so I was like, I wanted to, you know, I wanted to spend. So that was well worth it. I found another Visionaries. Again, not up for trade. He does have, as you can see, his hologram actually works better than the first one that I found. The first one that I found of a different Visionaries had someone must have left it out in the sun or whatever, because you couldn't even tell what the hologram was. But this one is the lion, but it still has some kind of smudges. I want to see if maybe I can clean that up just a little bit, if it's just like surface smudge or whatever that is. But that is very cool. So he is going to go in my collection of Visionaries. Okay, so he's just going to have to sit down there. Okay, and this is another example of what I was talking about. If some people know what they have and some people just don't know what they have, or like there's this, I was bringing like the Planet of the Apes, and I think it was I actually think it was this guy and a few other handfuls of things. I was just bringing up to this one guy who specializes in toys. Yeah, I don't know if he was just filling in that day or whatever, so I just brought up like 7 or 8 toys. I said, how much? You know, I said, make me an offer. And he said $7, which I was kind of shocked, because I was thinking he was going to charge like $3 or $4 each for these figures. But for $1 each, I got Ghostbusters action figures. So this is the Air Sickness guy. And maybe I'll have to bring the camera up just a little bit for this. But this is Air Sickness, which he's supposed to attach to the I think he either comes with the helicopter set, but his head pops open here, or rises, I should say. And he does have a little shift here, because I think he's supposed to move with the copter. So for $1, I was like, oh yeah. I was so happy when he said $7. I was like, yep, I'll take that all day long. And then the other Ghostbusters figure I got was the werewolf. And he does have to be cleaned up an awful lot. He was just at the bottom. He was like I think they were in a box, I think. Just, you know, thrown in with other little toys and whatnot. So he does have to be cleaned up an awful lot, and he's going to look almost good as new as soon as I go out and buy some more magic erasers. Good lord, couldn't even think of that. Okay, so just to show you the face, it's very cool. But you know, if you can get Ghostbuster action figures for $1 each, you know, take it, because that's a pretty damn good deal. Okay, and then I got a handful of cars, which I'm going to show you. So I got one for myself, because I had 2 of them. So I said, I'll get one for Sean Henry, and I'll get one for myself. I got this very cool Hot Wheels dinosaur car. I just loved the image on there. As you can see, it says Hot Wheels. I got a Matchbox Superfast Pontiac from 1979, and I just love the paint wear on this. I just love how it makes that look. Now this is a broken Hot Wheel because of the doors are gone, but I love the image on the side there. Big pig dogs. There you go. And next up, I've got a Hot Wheels from 1982, which is a surf and rescue vehicle. So that's very cool. And then as you can see, there is diving equipment, scuba equipment in the back. So I thought that was pretty cool. And these were, I think a couple of them might have been like 50 cents. Actually, I think most of these were like 50 cents each. This is a Matchbox from 1981, a NASA semi, and I love this one. This was very cool. And as you can see, there is an astronaut inside of the cab. I thought that was really cool. Probably like one of my favorite pickups from this is the Matchbox ambulance from 1977. Love the look of this. Very cool looking car. This is a Hot Wheels from 1977. There you go. And another one of my favorites here is a Matchbox. This is a 1/60 scale from 1985. It's called a Taxi. It says FX4R. I like Taxi Fair, but I don't know why it would be FX. I don't know. Whatever. And the cool thing about this is both of the doors open up, and I love the paint wear on this too. Absolutely love this car. It's got the British flag on there. Very cool. I've got a Matchbox Superfast Dodge Challenger from 1975. This is a Lesney. And I mean, 50 cents each for these are incredible. I'll do that all day long. Matchbox, and I'll show you that because all this is in a different language here. So 1985, and this is a France 1998 World Cup security car. Very cool. I have got a Matchbox from 1985 Pontiac Fiero. I like that. Okay. And then I've got a 1991 Hot Wheels Recycler. And the little dumpster rises and lowers. Very cool. Okay. I have got a Hot Wheels Science Friction 1975. I like this car. Especially love the old look to it too. Just the paint wear and everything. And even the decal thing, you can see it says Space Cop. Barely see that, but I love that. Just love the look for 50 cents. I had to get it. This is a Tomica from 2008. This is a Morita Airport Crash Tender, and then it's got a bunch of letters and numbers. And then it's got this, I think it might be broken off, but as you can see, it's got that little tip. Well, maybe it's not. No, it's not broken. Oh, maybe it is. I know it's really hard to tell. I might have to look this online. But I thought that was pretty cool. And then I've got this really good weight to it of this Hot Wheels 1986 semi. It's really awesome weight. I love it. All metal. Love that. Two more to show you, and I'll show them at the same time since they're basically the same vehicle. This is a Matchbox cable TV car from 1989. and it's called TV News Truck on the bottom. And then I like this one. This is the Intergalactic Research Truck, and as you can see, Matchbox 1989, and they both have the pop-up camera, which actually that's got to be cleaned a little bit. Okay, so the pop-up camera, and then the pop-up antenna, intact, not broke. Okay, same thing here. Pop-up camera, pop-up antenna, intact. So I thought that was really cool. So I got those. Very cool. Okay, and then I got the stack of Conan comics. I'm not going to show those to you because most of them are just for Dr. Twisted, and they're already going to be packaged in his box, and I apologize for that camera shake there. Okay, so that is, I think that's everything that I got at the flea market. I spent some money, and so in the comments below, just let me know what you thought was the cool toys that I picked up. And description below has my Flickr page of my toy photography. Also in the description is all the members in the Collectors Talk Trading Circle, which I still need to add a few members because we've acquired a few new members. I still need to put their links in, so I apologize for that. But just talk about toys in the comments, you know, because that's what we're here for, is to talk about all the good toys that we love to collect and love to just to acquire. So until next time, this is Bosko signing off.